hey. Um, Welcome to the first segment of a special that I put together called Everything I Need to Know About Life I Learned from Plants. My name is Shanae. Um, I've been a plant fanatic for years. I grew up with them, and I always believed that um, the ability to grow plants was an expression of the love in your heart. That's what the women in my family told me, that if you have growing hands, then that's like a special gift. But I've always loved the anatomy of plants and the way that they are so knowledgeable. Um, I believe that plants have been around longer than people, so they have more knowledge of the earth than we do. They know what works, they know how to work it. And so this series is created and designed not for horticulture, but to teach you how to grow yourself. So you're not going to learn, you may learn something about growing plants, but you're mostly going to learn about how to grow yourself. The first phase of this series is just about the seed. I always reference the fact that a peach seed has everything inside it needs to grow into a peach tree. No one has to tell a peach seed when it's time to grow, how to take root, when to press through the earth, when to spread leaves, how much water it needs. It doesn't need instruction on what a peach is supposed to look like or feel like or smell or taste like. All of that information is inside the DNA, the divine natural assignment of the peach seed, the seed. And in like manner, it's all inside of us. So I really believe that our seed of untapped potential is just sitting inside of us, lying dormant. And seeds can lie dormant for a very long time. The longest on record stint of seed dormancy was actually 31,800 years, where the seed was discovered and extracted from the earth, still in perfect condition, and was actually germinated into a viable plant. So trust me, that thing can lie dormant for a long time. I feel like a lot of us, oftentimes we feel like we're stuck, we're not in motion, we're not growing, we're not developing, and we don't understand why. The way that seeds work is they have an innate message within them that understands what type of conditions it needs for proper growth. A seed could germinate, but if it germinates too early, or in soil that's too wet, or in a place that's too dry, or the dirt is too rough, it's not fortified. In those conditions, that seed will not grow into a full-on plant, and they want the highest viability. So seeds have learned over the course of many, many years through adaptation and evolution to remain in dormancy until the proper conditions present themselves. And that's true for all of us. A lot of times we are feeling stuck and unmoved because we have not created an environment that is conducive to our growth. For every person, that'll be different. You might be a person, like some seeds are activated by fire. So you might be a person who is activated by tough love. You might need someone to really like spark a fire under you. That's what they say, light a fire under your butt. It's my country coming out. Light a fire under his butt. And that's the thing that sparks the germination process. It sparks the growth development. Some people need a little more water, and they need a little more hands-on nurturing from somebody that's gonna make sure that they get the proper feeding of their spirit. They're gonna get enough poured into them so that they can feel like they have enough to sustain themselves and feel safe growing. Other people, they may have grown up in fertile ground. You were raised by people who nurtured you and loved you and supported you and encouraged you. And so you grow quickly. There's been a spark and a spurt. You had a growth spurt because you came through an environment that was already perfectly suited for your growth and development. And then there are some of us that may have been planted in rocky ground. It's hard for roots to grow and push through that. It's hard to get what you need from the environment in terms of nourishing you, because there's no nurturing soil surrounding you. You're surrounded by rocks. So you may have to do some personal work. That may be something like therapy or counseling or soul searching, or digging deep within yourself and really understanding what your shortcomings are, or what your challenges are, and moving those hard things out of the way so that you have more pliable soil in which to grow yourself. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, you'll have to pick those rocks out yourself. You may have to do that necessary work in order to be in the type of ground that is suitable for your growth and for your development. A lot of times we ask the question, why am I here? What's my purpose? And I believe that all of that is already inside you. It's in your seed. And I think we're the only animal that, because we have a more complex mental capacity, and we have language, and we have these ways of speaking and breaking things down, we have these complexities. We're the only ones who try to make it hard to be who we are. We just spend our days trying to conform to the norms of the society that have been impressed upon us, which are not actually what is in our DNA, our divine natural assignment. You came into the world with a specific use and intention and purpose, because why would God, the creator, the universe, science, why would we need 7 billion people if we were all meant to be the same? There just wouldn't be that many of us. Through natural selection, there would be less. If everyone wasn't a viable and important part of the process, natural selection and evolution indicates that we would not be here. So please understand that you are here for a purpose. Your life has intention. It has meaning. Just get your ground together. Get your heart softened up. Do your personal work. Seek therapy if you need to. I'm a really huge fan of therapy. I actually have a degree in marriage and family counseling. And so I'm a fan of talking it out and doing the work, doing the homework, the hard work that it doesn't come easy to a lot of us. It's hard to face your demons and your dark places. It's hard to really get to the root of your own behavior and to embrace that level of pain. Some of us, we just feel like we would maybe not recover from that. But I'm here to let you know, as a person who's on the other side of a whole lot of that it is possible. And to understand that if you've gone through so much pain, which will be your comfort zone, you have to be careful with that. Your pain can be your comfortable place. Even though it's hurtful for you, you're familiar with that hurt. So you stay there. But understand that if you can endure the suffering that you've already survived, because you're here and you're watching this now, understand that it's worth the actual growing pains to push past those things and develop yourself into the person that you were intended to be. It is not easy. It is not quick. Please understand it takes time. But if you spent your life as far as you've gotten today and you've lived through a horror story, you owe it to yourself, and you deserve to take the time that it needs to walk into your healing, to be able to fulfill your full destiny for your life, to understand fully who you are. I believe that you are worth every inch, every ounce of that effort. And understand that once you press through the dark place, it's going to feel like, you're isolated. It's dark there. A seed is germinated in isolation. It is germinated in the darkness because it is not strong enough yet to weather the conditions that are going to be on the outside or what's above ground. So even though you've been in pain and you felt isolated and you've been alone, you are not buried. You are planted. And once you do some work to fortify what's around you. You can spark the germination process within yourself. You can grow above and beyond your conditions. And you can dig deep and establish solid foundational roots for yourself on which you can grow and expand and eventually bear fruit. And understand the fruit that you bear is not for you. No tree eats of its own fruit. It produces and it lets it go. That's what we're here to do. We're here to produce. We're here to serve. We're here to provide for one another and to learn from and edify one another. And I'm here so that we can all get on board with that process. I hope that something from this video today resonated with you. I look forward to going through the process of creating these videos, and I look forward to your comments. If this has touched you in any way, if anything resonated with you, please like, share, and feel free to comment. I'm Shanae, and until next time, go on, grow on. I believe in you.